I'm going to ask you to solve this riddle. There's a father and his son. They were in a car accident. The father died. The son was taken to the hospital. When the doctor came, they looked at the son and they said, I cannot operate. This is my son. How is that possible?
The doctor is the father?
But the father died in the...
He might be his biological.
A biological father? Biological father? Yeah. Father. But I just said his father died. So the doctor is his mother. But that's internalized misogyny. All of you automatically thought doctor equals man.
Okay. With all due respect, I don't think the problem here is internalized misogyny. I think your audience might just be a little slow. Not misogyny. Because that guy kept on saying father. The father is dead. He's dead. So what do you mean father? Now, the riddle, father and son in a crash, father dies, son goes to surgery. Doctor says, I can't treat him. He's my son. How? Doctor is the mother. Now, this riddle is popular because many people don't immediately think of a female doctor. So, is that an evidence of internalized misogyny? Short answer, nope. What we have here is a case of implicit bias or cognitive priming instead of internalized oppression. Most people have been conditioned for years. Doctors, men. Nurses, women. Mechanics, men. OnlyFans. Yeah, you get these stereotypes sit in the automatic part of our brain, not the belief part. So when the riddle says doctor, the mind snaps to the most culturally typical image, a man. Even if consciously the person believes women can be doctors too. That mismatch is called implicit bias, not misogyny. So what is internalized misogyny? That is when women themselves hold derogatory beliefs about women. So if a woman believes that women can't be doctors, women can't be leaders, that is internalized misogyny. It requires actual belief, not just reflexive stereotyping. If a woman genuinely believes that a woman cannot be a doctor, now that is internalized misogyny because she actually believes that. But most people, especially I would want to hope in that case, are not thinking of, oh, women can't be doctor. Their brain just feeding, oh, male doctor. So that doctor must be the man is the father. Even though the father is dead, you could see that their brain couldn't compute that the man is dead. He couldn't be a doctor. So the audience who were saying that he's the dad were not expressing devaluation or hatred of women. At least by that response, we don't know them individually. They are hitting a cognitive blind spot that has been created by decades of representation patterns. Because if you ask them, can women be doctors? They would have probably said, yes. So calling them examples of misogyny is just too much of a stretch. So why did she frame it as misogyny? It's because it's an easy dramatic punchline. It gives for a pious ending, like, yeah, I just showed you guys misogyny. And it is also rhetorically satisfying to expose a bias. It's just, I do it too, like you guys, I just showed you. You guys you hate women. You hate men. It's satisfying. It makes you feel pious. But all this does is to expose a cultural habit, not a moral failing. The point of the riddle is relevant in a broad sociological sense, but accusing individuals of misogyny because they got tricked by a cognitive riddle is misleading.